There are stories that don't tell of heroes, but of ordinary men who loved and failed. Peter is remembered not only as the courageous apostle, but as the one who denied Jesus 3 times. And perhaps, for that reason, he is the most human of all. This is the story of a fall, but also of a silent redemption, of a gaze that, even wounded, chose not to give up. The night of broken courage. It was night. The wind blew cold in Gethsemane. Peter had promised, "Even if everyone forsakes you, I will never leave you." But words spoken in the safety of the light change in weight when darkness falls. Sound of brief struggle, flashlight, shouts, running. The soldiers arrived. Peter reacted. He drew his sword and cut off Malchus's ear. It was his way of loving, confused, impulsive, desperate. But Jesus, even while arrested, rebuked him gently. "Put your sword away, Peter." At that moment, the fisherman's heart trembled. The Messiah he wanted to defend didn't want to be defended. And as Jesus was led away, Peter followed him from a distance. The courtyard of denials. In the courtyard of the high priest, Peter mingled with the crowd, trembling, trying to appear indifferent. The flames illuminated curious, suspicious faces. And then a woman recognized him. "You were with him too, weren't you?" Peter swallowed hard. He looked at the guards, at the swords, at the fire, and he answered what he thought would save him. "No, I don't know him." His heart beat faster. Shame came like a whisper. A second time, another voice. "But I saw you with him." Peter, more nervous. "I swear, I don't know him." And then, for the third time, "You speak like one of them. You are a Galilean." Peter cried out almost as if defending himself against his own conscience. "I don't know the man." And the rooster crowed. The gaze. At that moment, Jesus turned his face, and his eyes met Peter's. There was no condemnation in that look. There was pain and tenderness, a wounded love, but intact. Peter felt the world collapse inside him. He ran away, but no one runs away from themselves. That night would become his scar. The cry and the void. Peter cried until dawn. He cried not for fear of punishment, but because he had discovered what fear can do to a man. He had denied the purest love he had ever known, and now there was silence. Sometimes repentance begins like this, not with forgiveness, but with emptiness. An internal echo that repeats, "How could I?" For days, Peter lived with that sound stuck in his chest. Every rooster crow made him relive the moment. Shame became his companion. But in the heart of God, forgiveness was already waiting for him. The reunion by the sea. After the resurrection, Jesus appeared to the disciples by the Sea of Galilee. Peter was there, the same man, but now quieter, older inside. Jesus called him to talk and asked the question that would reopen his wounds. "Peter, do you love me?" 3 times, once for each denial. And Peter responded with tears in his eyes, "Lord, you know all things. You know that I love you." With each answer, a wound was washed. Jesus did not make him forget. This made him remember without pain. The love of Christ does not erase scars. It transforms them into testimonies. The scar that became a mission. Peter was never the same. The man who once trembled before a servant girl became the one who faced empires to proclaim the gospel. But he never hid what he had done. He told his story like someone showing a healed wound, not with pride, but with gratitude. Shame turned to wisdom, and fear to compassion, because those who have been broken and restored learn to embrace the broken with tenderness, closing the grace that doesn't give up. Peter's story is the story of all of us, of those who promised fidelity and failed, of those who loved but were afraid, of those who were lost and were found again. God doesn't demand perfection. He just expects us to be true. And when the rooster crows in our lives, reminding us of our failures, He is also there, watching, not with anger, but with love. Because in the end, redemption isn't about erasing the past. It's about allowing it to shine like a scar, the living mark of a love that has survived our weakness. Your journey matters, and your strength inspires us. Click the like button if you found comfort in this message. And don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss the next stories of overcoming challenges and redemption.